Good morning, everyone, and hope your day has been fine. This moment, I want to talk about leadership, followership, relationship. Leadership, followership, relationship. So we know for sure that when we talk about leadership, uh, aside from the concept of self leadership, personal leadership, the leader ultimately has people that are following him, that are trusting on his leadership regarding the vision, the mission. So, what is the dynamics between the relationship between the leader and the folks following and trusting on his leadership to enhance the achievement of the organizational objectives? That's what I want to consider in the brief moments. Of course, I can't go into the details, but I will touch on some key issue. So, the leader, first and foremost, has to guarantee the followership some key points. One, the leader has to guarantee the followership clarity. That is very important because the followers are trusting on you to channel their energy, to channel their resources in a particular direction. So you have to provide clarity as to what their efforts is going to amount to in the long run, both the short, mid, and the long term. So clarity is very key. Clarity as to what the vision is, clarity as to how we're going to get the vision, which is the mission, clarity as to the strategy, what specific things are we going to do, how, as to what we're going to put in place to get in the mission. So clarity is very key. Two, the leader has to guarantee integrity. So having told your team that this is where you are going, the team should find you worthy, trustworthy to be followed. So they should be more than convinced that what you are saying is genuine, you mean what you say, and you actually are saying what you mean. Once you can guarantee this integrity of purpose, integrity of commitment, the follower will not struggle to follow your leadership. So integrity is key. You often will find people talk about do what I say, don't do what I do. That cannot work with leadership. The moment people, your followers, find that there is a differential between what you are saying and what you are doing, it completely destroy your messaging. It limits it limits the devotion of their resources into your call. The reason is this: someone said your actions, what you are doing, speaks louder every time than what we are saying. So the integrity has to be assured, has to be real, has to be felt, has to be experienced, that what you say is what you are doing, because ultimately the marker of how engaging to your idea the followers will go will be what they see you do. So integrity is very, very important. 3 will be the concept of nurture. Your followership will be devoted to your call as a leader when they find that your space, I'm not talking about when you command followership. No, I'm talking about when you influence your followership to follow you. You are not you are not asserting authority. You are not asserting authority in the negative way of you commanding, and if they don't get to follow you, there are repercussions for that. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about your followers following you courtesy of the influence that you exert on them. That is, willfully they submit their resources of time, resources of capacity, resources, in some cases resources of fund, to getting in the direction of accomplishing the vision and the mission. So nurturing is very important, and I will explain why. Your followership must find your space nurturing. When you nurture something, it grows. It grows. Anything you nurture will grow. When you nurture an item, that particularly a living item, be it a pet, when you nurture an individual, they feel safe. So your followers must feel safe. Your followers must find that your environment enhances their growth, the growth of their potential as a human being. Then they must find that it enhances their ability to contribute in an incremental way to this vision accomplishment. So you have to nurture. And you might think this is a given. It is not. I work with leaders, and if you there is the concept of 360 assessment of leaders, and when you do 360 leadership assessment and you get to interact with what some of the followers will narrate based on their experience and interaction with their leader, it will shock you. Many feel that they have been carved, they have been suppressed to the point that they cannot express their giftings and talents and capacity in the flow of accomplishing the vision. So the leader has to provide a nurturing environment for followers to willfully, without unnecessary assertion, get to resource that leadership journey. The last but not the least, which will be, you stretch them. You stretch. Provide stretch for your followers, in the sense that every living thing grows. So your followers, if they come in with this capacity, let's say 2, before you started leading them, one sure way of getting them to really trust your leadership, to enhance your leadership, is if they find that their capacity keeps on expanding courtesy of your engagement model. In the sense that maybe today you gave them a task, they deliver on the task, you give them a more challenging task, subsequently they deliver, you step it forward, you gradually stretch them for capacity. You gradually stretch them for even for frontiers and what they can see. You stretch them. So these are very important. Leader has to provide clarity. Leader has to provide integrity, because your action, your examples will be what the followers will ultimately roll with, not just what you're saying. I tell people that rhetorics is key. It's one of the key skills that a leader requires. But beyond rhetorics are results. And results are impossible if the example you are showcasing, is negating the message that you are parroting as a leader. And then you must provide an environment where your followers feel safe to fully express their giftings and talents, an environment where their giftings are nurtured, their skills are nurtured, and then you must constantly challenge them for greater accomplishment. If you do this as a leader, you will find that your followers are resourcing your leadership journey, your leadership call willfully without you having to bear them down or exert unnecessary power and authority over them for them to fall in to follow your leadership. I hope you get this point, and wishing you wonderful leadership as you go ahead. All the best.